the girl was pregnant. She might have been blonde hair. Uh, yeah, nipples were, I don't say dilated or thick, and she was giving herself to a certain person. She showed her breasts, and as she said that, the guy was like turned off. He I think he was going through the same thing I go through. It's just from a psychosis, but they call it playing. When you're in your mind and you reiterate words that you had conversations from before, and it's like he didn't notice him and a big fat heavyset guy. I mean, the guy had wide legs. He was acting very friendly. They were just, they were kind of. He felt like, oh, I can relate to these people. They make jokes. They have a certain personality. But it was like, he was supposed to hear. They were friends and all that. They wrote these songs and they couldn't sing. They cannot sing for anything, but it was decently written, and I was like, wow. And I started thinking, so he started thinking, the person who it was like, wow, singing is really hard, man. It's like it's difficult, and I know that it's very difficult. You have to accentuate every word. You gotta make it sound melodious. But they wrote songs. So two black guys, like I think it was St. George Avenue in Linden, New Jersey. Two black guys laying on top of each other, big burly guys, and like 6 Chinese men supposedly walked out of the car and shot them. Then there was a court procedure, and someone like me, or I thought it was me, just called them a bunch of clowns. And I told certain people in a courtroom or something, which happen to be blacks, you care about your parades, this and that, about marching. You could build a park, a community, have a park, and you could do so many things to instill peace. It was a little different than I am. I wouldn't have said anything. Maybe I don't have courage to say, what's the point of getting people's faces about that? About their march and, their race being preserved. Right? That's what we're talking about, preserving the black race in America. Because that's really important. We all want to be hoodie, we all want to be black someday, right? So I don't care about that retard shit. But there was so many things, like he was getting messed around, and I think it was a prosecutor. It seemed like a prosecutor, but it didn't seem like a court proceeding. He said, "Oh, when you go seducing people," he didn't seduce anybody. They were trying to put him like he was a sex maniac. And then like this chubby, I think it was another person came out and just like pushed his elbow when he called people. Well, I thought Elizabeth Police Department. That's what I call clowns. And they got really angry and mad. Like they're all a bunch of clowns. They were white people too. Don't think it's a black thing. I never called black people just clowns because they're clowns. I don't do that. But and they got really angry and agitated him. And then I saw Nimic. It was so weird. And Donna was like, my teeth hurt. And this person, that's how I dream. I see it to whoever this is. He just ignored her. He just told her to go fuck herself, kind of. But I forgot what it was, and then Nimic got in his face, and Nimic was wearing like a burgundy shirt. He was really dressed up, and he came alive. And I was like, I remember when I talked to you on the phone, you acted like a cow, and now it's telling you got balls, you got guts. What are you gonna tell me there, Stanley? So it was a twisted dream. And some people think it's a nightmare. Oh, it was a movie. it was somewhat of a comedy drama and a whole lot of titties. Only got one good peek, and it was weird. Then I started thinking, what if like fuck a pregnant chick? So it was also, some people think it's a hard. No, that's an NC-17 porno. That's not that bad. Actually, I don't think I ever saw one. Usually it's XXX, and why are you watching this at this time of day? So I don't really. I think I'm using somebody else's voice and you. Hey, let's go. I was it. I didn't laugh like that, but fuck it. I think I'm gonna start. I get a lot of chicks that way, Shout out to Matthew McConaughey and David Letterman inspired me to keep saying that. Anywho, yeah, it was a crazy twisted dream. Yeah, those two black dudes, the big dudes, I think they were dead. Dream, I was like fantasizing, would be like to be with them, but I would hide behind the car, or else I'll get some kind of notice not to come out and get shot. Except I never had that experience. It must have been that person. and there was a lot of people. I guess he was being helped by others mentally, because he would have had he would have had intuition. Like I said, that's why I would have had intuition. It's not to get out of the car and get shot, but. And yeah, it was just a lot of mayhem and a lot of crazy people. And those people, one of his, he was a wide person. He had big, gigantic legs, fat, obese. He was friendly, but they didn't talk too much. It's just that I guess he noticed some awkwardness or something like that, and it was just, it wasn't too bad with those people. I find it reminded me of this kid, David. They called him Trips. It's not exactly true, because he, they were just, I guess they were like kind of quirky, this and that. They weren't bad people to my knowledge. I don't know. But he didn't want to be with them, and he was going to go to Union County Jail. And not the fat white obese person, the person that I sold the dream through. And he was there, and I was thinking, like, well, it's Essex, Union County. He's like, what the fuck? And, he was thinking, well, it's this concrete walls, but then, I was like, it's not just the concrete walls. It's someone, oppressing you, taking away your freedom. You have to do this. That's what sucks about this. I was someone sitting in the cell. He's like, well, I should have talked about I might get my ass beat or get raped. I mean, that could happen, but even if it doesn't, it still sucks, So, yeah, it's. I'm not gonna relate. That's pretty much the dream. If anything, I write down, but I just have to get out there. I'm in a truck and I have poor lighting. So I was trying to write it here. I bought this a couple days ago. I think I bought it, where did I buy it? Virginia or something like that, Tennessee. I don't remember. But it's hard to write, like the LED light. I don't like LED lights. They're tough on the eyes, and I just didn't feel like writing. I just woke up, and second or third time I woke up from sleeping. This time, it's been a while since I had a dream. Actually, remember, it's been like 2 weeks, so I must be sleeping better or something, right? And yeah, I just thought I'd write it down. Note to self, not that I watch it, but I really need to make a video to Hunter Gertz, or whatever you call it. I was trying to make it last night, but I was so exhausted. I had a couple beers, and I started feeling tired, so I went to sleep. I am going to drink plain water, lemon water, ginger my exercise. I am not tipsy. I was sort of tipsy of Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams doesn't hit me hard, but otherwise I would have. So usually if I get drunk, I would record a video with anger by it. I didn't feel any animosity, anger towards him. The guy's a clown. He's ridiculous. So I pay him no mind. I am going to make a video about him too. I should make a video about him, explaining to him, how not just chaotic, but how petty he is. Petty and ridiculous. And he points out, how I can't drive 700 miles a day, right? And how I'm a bitch. Because that's what he said. Basically, I'm not a bitch. I could drive 1,100 miles every day. Great, Hunter. You're a real man. You're not a coward, right? Except when, he gets in the truck and you tell him this and that, he just quiets down. He's like, no, he becomes very... And then he buys you food and he just gives you money that he owes you, supposedly, which he didn't have to give me the money in the first place. He didn't have to give me $700. But, I was talking about, I'm working here. It's like, we didn't agree to this. And he's like, I'll pay you right now the money I will owe you. And it's like, come on, man. You're a snake. You're a snake in the grass, Tyler. Hunter. It doesn't make you be Tyler Durden, though. Well, but, Taylor, because it's a Hunter name, this and the other thing, but Taylor, actually, but I don't know, I'm all over the place. Anyway, so the dream was trippy, it was trippy, but enough. I gotta wake up, I gotta clean up. Oh, I remember eating M&Ms last night. I woke up middle of the night, started munching on M&Ms. Yeah, it's like I'm sleepwalking or something, yeah, this is another thing I don't like about this job. Maybe I should have had a motel room, this and the other thing, but it's just like motel rooms, I didn't check where they were, and the guy pissed me off last night. But this was supposed to be about a dream, so let me let it go.